And we're back after the break. Had a good break. We had some good margaritas. Trey made some awesome margaritas, and
still having a good margarita.
Yeah, I am too.
I'm glad y'all.
Oh yeah, we still got.
Chris is a two.
You drank yours way too fast.
Man, it was so good, man. I had to suck it on down.
These things are good for sipping, though.
Sipping, not sucking.
It's not a it's not a shot. Chris looks at it like, no, look at that.
I'm gonna suck that.
That's why you only see that much salt gone. The rest of his rim's covered with salt. It's like he don't even.
But he didn't go through and use the salt like he's supposed to.
I got salt stuck in my teeth right now. I used all the salt. I savored the flavor in the salts.
I hear you.
All the bath salts.
The bad sauce.
All right, we're switching
got
gears.
that methacaine in it.
Yeah.
Methacaine.
We're going ahead switching gears to Guillotines. We're going to be talking about urban legends.
That's
Hold on,
right.
I just missed an opportunity.
Yeah, we're
Look at
talking
her,
about
Chris. See
urban
that?
legends, Guillotines. Yes, sir.
See
You
that,
heard it.
Chris?
Got it.
Got a coin.
Yeah, you flipped it
Turned
over.
upright.
Yeah, I like that. I like that.
He is on point.
I like it, man.
You want to do some shots to start the Guillotines time?
Yes,
Let's
we
do
do.
some
What we
shots.
got? Oh, look at that. He
look at
has a
that.
flight. Look at
Oh, look
he
at
is,
that. Let me
I'm
get.
telling you,
Let me
man.
look at
at
that
there.
shot right there.
It's evolving.
We're taking
He
the
is
show
just-
to a new level. We have a flight.
We have a flight caster.
I
on
like
there.
that.
Trey is pushing the standards to stuff we can't hardly keep
I'm
up
telling
with.
you, man. The dude's professional, man.
I'm just doing what I can.
Yeah. Well, cheers.
Yeah.
Here's the Guillotines.
Cheers to you, Trey, for
Yeah.
all you do.
Yep.
Yeah, cheers to Trey.
And then we can put the shot glasses right back in there. Ooh, that thing. Ooh.
That son of a gun had some booze in it.
Yes, it did, John.
Yeah, it did.
Yes, it did.
John, you are absolutely right on that.
Oh, man. Look at there. And watch this. Just look at that. Clean,
Quickness.
professional.
We don't play around here at the G&G studios.
That's
we do
right.
it right.
Yes,
he is
sir.
evolving.
All right, Urban Legends, man. This is going to be a fun one. We're going to go. I know this is going to be drug knockout right here.
Do you know what an urban legend is?
Go.
To be
Go.
yes,
Go.
it is
The
a,
definition of an urban
the
legend.
definition of an urban legend is urbanomics. Is to do with folk tales, correct?
Folk tales.
Folk tales?
Yeah, close.
What is a folk
Yes.
tale?
A folk tale, like, you know, your grandma say, you remember that middle road that used to be near our house that goes up to the pit? And you can go out.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
They said the Indian man lives back there, and I was always terrified.
The Indian man?
The Indian man.
I
He
never.
will come out and chase you with his tomahawk.
That wasn't the Indian man. That was Willie.
Hey, come here, boy.
That was Willie. Dog.
But they say,
No,
you
Willie.
remember you. Well, I don't know about your days, but my days, if you go up through the
He
middle,
just called me old.
if you
He called you fat earlier and called me old now.
Damn.
I dye my hair gray. This is not real gray. I dye this because this is trendy.
Well, they say if you went up the middle road, the Indian man would get you. You wouldn't get to the top. He'd cut you down. If you go to the side, he wouldn't bother you. So,
did you ever go through the middle?
oh, wide balls. I mean, I had that Honda 4Trax 200 melting the damn dirt going up that middle road. I'd be scared as hell. But I'd do it, though. But they beefed it up so much, like you really thought something was going to come out the damn woods and get you, and you know, tomahawk you, scalp it. Wow.
Well, that's exactly what urban legend is. It's
Yep.
like a tale told down from generation to generation.
It was tale. That sounds like more like a tale that like a mother would say to keep you from doing something.
Yeah.
You know, like if you don't brush your teeth, they'll fall out
Yeah.
tomorrow.
Yeah.
I had a story that kind of goes like that. So when I was younger, I got a not a mole, but like a birthmark on my toe. And my dad told me it was from not taking a bath because I didn't take a bath every single day like I was supposed to. So he told me that it was permanent because I didn't take a bath. I didn't take enough.
What you're talking about, and also you
And
had
ever since then, I've taken a bath every day, and I don't have any more birthmarks.
and
I'm
it's
not
the
sure.
same thing. How your parents used to tell you, don't sit so close to the TV, you'll go blind. You know, sitting right up on it. You know?
Oh yeah, that's right. And don't turn the light on in the car while you're driving.
Yeah.
That's against the law. they'll arrest me, and you don't want me to go to jail, do you?
This is gonna be a fun topic. I see this already.
No, we're gonna get serious.
Bingham's Light.
Yeah, we talked about that before.
Bingham's
We
Light,
talked about it in
man.
the previous episode.
I never experienced, but I always wanted to go. I always wanted
Scott
to go.
will take you.
I don't remember how to get out there.
I can give you.
But you went out there
directions.
before?
Yeah, we've been there.
we used to go out there. I'm
sure you can look it up.
lot. We used to go out there.
I wonder if it's all blocked off now, though,
It probably
because it was
is.
hard. It was hard enough to get to before.
It was.
We had to do some 4-wheel driving
Yeah.
on 2-wheel drive
and
cars.
depending on who owns the property now, I'm sure
Right.
it's
But regardless, Scott will take you. Just ask.
The Lizard Man of Bishopville, right? Was it?
Oh,
is it
let's go. Let's go into the Lizard Man. Yeah.
Lizard
So,
Man.
Did you ever go? Anybody ever go to try to find the Lizard Man?
I didn't
Oh,
ever
hell
go to try
no.
to find
Because
him.
I never went and tried
I
to
did.
find him.
I did.
Yeah.
I went with my dad actually. So because it was a big deal.
It was.
So for people that don't know, the Lizard Man story happened in Bishopville, South Carolina, in Lee County. Hartsville, we're only 15, 20 minutes away from where this allegedly happened. So before it was found out to be a hoax, everybody was going. So my dad and I went to Bishopville,
You
and then
even
we
had
went.
news. I mean,
Oh, the news was all over.
major
Oh,
news
major
media
news.
Major
came
networks, yes.
out
They
and-
got T-shirts made and all
Of
that
course.
all
stuff.
kinds
Well, of course,
stuff.
they had T-shirts.
But I mean, you had NBC,
Anything happened.
ABC, CBS. You had all of those news
They were there,
agencies
yeah.
come out.
MTV News.
I mean,
So-
it was like a big deal back in '88 or '89 or whenever it happened.
My dad takes me and we go. We stop at the police station, which is right when you get into town. We stop in there and we talk to the guys. They have a large plaster footprint that they have taken of the Lizard Man. They found his footprint, and so they did one of these plaster casts. You know?
Oh my God!
So, and I'll never forget. I remember seeing it.
So you're terrified.
No, we were like, we knew this was real, just like everybody else around here. We're like, oh my God, there's a Bigfoot. Our version of Bigfoot is
We are
scaly.
on it.
Yeah.
So we're going to go find this Bigfoot. And now me and my dad from Hartsville, we come by, we go to the police station, and the people at the police station, they're serious. They've got pictures, like all these, they've got pictures on the wall with string going from one picture to another to get connected. Not really, but anyway, they did have the plaster cast, and I remember seeing those. And so we left there, and we went into some swamp. It's a Scape-Ore swamp. That's what it was called, right? Is that the Scape-Ore swamp? Anyway,
I
we
don't
went.
know.
We went to
Yeah,
this.
I think
We
so.
went to this place where it was supposedly there. And here's me and my dad, and we're not walking around with machine guns and machetes or anything. We're just walking, trying to find this monster that lives in the woods. And we're walking around, like climbing over. I remember going through the woods at one spot, and we had to climb over it wasn't barbed wire, but it was a old wire fence from like the 50s. This thing was all rusted and falling apart. Going through all this stuff, and of course, we see what looks like could be a footprint. We're like, oh, that could be it.
What? That's
looking at it.
Is your dad like building this up as y'all walking? He's
He
like,
might have been. Who knows? He might have been messing with me. But no, I think actually knowing my dad, if he was messing with me, he would have had somebody planted out there in the woods waiting for us to get
Had
there.
a damn Terry
So
Bach
yeah, he would have said, "All
sitting
right."
in the woods.
Yeah, my dad would have said, "All right, when you see Trey and I come through here, I want you to do this and jump out. It'll scare the shit out of him. It'll be awesome." So no, I don't think he had any. I don't think he was planning anything like that. But we were dead serious about it. We were like actually going out there and we were going to find the Lizard Man.
But that was exciting, and it was. Like you was serious business
Yeah.
looking for him.
Yeah, I guess so. What was that? Was it 89?
I think it was '88 actually.
88.
Chris.
So I'm like 13 years old around
Yeah.
that age when we go there. So
Yeah,
and that's a great age to be looking for a monster in the woods.
Yeah, I did some research on that, and actually, there's a lot of holes in the story.
Of course.
But the guy who initially reported on the Lizard Man was his name was Chris. Was it Chris Harris or
Hicks.
Hicks, Chris Hicks,
It was the Hickster Dickster.
the Hickster there.
But anyway, the guy, I saw his report that he actually gave to police officers, and
With the scales on the pictures of the scales on the car.
no, it was that he pulled over. He had a flat tire or something, and he saw this thing running through this field, like coming towards him, and he jumped in his car, and he said it come up right to his window, trying to it pulled his I think mirror off, and he was like.
He had all these scratches on the side of the car where like the claw marks had ripped through the sheet metal.
That's what I couldn't figure out from the story after hearing his account of what happened, and that he actually went to the police and gave his account of what happened. I never got any confirmation from the article where pictures of his car showing these things.
I've seen pictures of the car, and I don't remember if it was when I was at the police station or not. But there were pictures that had.
Was it? What was the?
If I remember, it was a blue car, and it had. I don't remember what part of the car the marks were, but there were rips in the sheet metal.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
See, I never
so he
saw
had.
that.
Oh, he had taken. The guy had taken.
But I mean,
fish scales, big fish scales, and wiped them all over the car. All around where the tears in the sheet metal was.
That terrified me.
We need to get in touch with that guy and get him on the show. Scott handled it.
We do.
I mean, honestly, it would be good to have him tell his story.
Is he still around?
I don't know.
We need to find out.
Well, he was.
Chris, call him.
I think he was.
I'll give him a call.
I think I read where he was 18-year-old or something.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
so
he's
in '88,
around
so
now.
yeah, he should be
He's a
around.
little older
You
than
don't
us,
think an
but
18-year-old will make up a story like that, do you?
Hell no.
But I would like to get him in here and hear him tell it.
But
even if it's not true.
But even
if he comes and says, "Oh, well, yeah, it was all."
Yeah,
bullshit.
he's already acknowledged that it was a fake story.
Oh, has he?
I think, yeah.
I didn't. I hadn't.
I wouldn't be surprised if he probably was like facing some charges or something because he had the whole police station. He had all 3 cops in Lee County over there.
I mean, you're looking for the lizard man, and then this guy does this to his car, and then he puts it in the paper news and what. You're terrified. I'm terrified.
Oh,
The lizard man is now real.
He's nationwide. So many people came around the area to hunt and look for the lizard man.
Came to Bishopville from all over the country.
And so I actually,
so the town should have gave him some accolades for bringing some tourist money in.
Yes, but actually,
brought a lot of tourist money in.
So I know a woman, and Scott knows her too. We used to practice at her house. That she's friends with the wife of the guy that ended up creating the lizard man suit because people were stealing out of his fields. He was a farmer, and he was trying to keep people from stealing his crops. Is the story I was told.
Well, yeah, and it's
that reminds
with this story. It's all you don't know who's telling the truth.
Right.
What you're hearing is you hear because the lizard man became so big.
Everybody.
There's
had
a lot
part
of there's a lot of different stories I've heard from people who said they created a lizard man.
Right.
Who knows who started?
It's like the guy at the Montrose Cemetery, out towards not far from Colonel Cobb's tomb.
in Society Hill.
You remember going? Yeah. There was the cemetery. Like people used to go out there and party, and all of a sudden there was a monster. And I should look this up before we did it because I didn't know we were going to talk about this one. But apparently there was like a monster that would come out of the woods and chase all the people out. And this was back in like the 50s.
Damn.
And so this monster used to come and chase everybody out. And so then all of a sudden, the kids, they're like, let's go see if we can see this monster. And sure enough, they'd come out there and the monster would come out of the woods, chase them out. Like they'd be shooting at him and everything. But it turned out later that it was this old man who'd been doing this for like 30 years.
Oh, my God.
He'd been dressing up in this costume with stilts or whatever and just coming out and scaring his kids. For like 30 years, this guy was coming out and doing
getting
this.
shot at.
And getting shot at, but he kept going and nobody hit him.
That's dedication right there, buddy.
Yes,
But yeah,
sir,
so I guess the guy was old enough, and I could be completely wrong. I know I'm not completely wrong, but I could be a little bit wrong with some of the details. But when the guy finally just got too old to do this anymore, he came clean, like showed the costume, and like, here's what I've been wearing for the last 30, 40 years, chasing these kids out of the cemetery.
Who in here has been to Old Man Joe's? Got a lot of
All of us.
I think all
You
of
did
them.
all that stuff. Oh, my God.
Got a lot.
Ran
of
around
people.
Old Antioch Church 3 times.
Oh yeah, sat on the bench.
Yeah, did all that.
Hey, we need to G&G Studios needs to start something. We need to get a hoax going.
Let's do it.
Need to get an urban legend going. We need to create the
I
greatest
think if
one
you
in the
want to get an
Carolinas.
urban legend going, I don't think we need to announce it on our show.
You just ruined the whole
It's
damn
I haven't
thing.
ruined
It just dawned on me. Why the
I
hell would you do that?
haven't
Why
ruined- I
we
haven't
should have
ruined
talked
anything.
about this afterwards.
Did you
No,
guys
I'm
ever
just
hear about the lady that died here in this building 40 years ago?
I
Sometimes
did.
they see her right outside the door. It happened right here. You didn't ever hear
They
that story?
told me that when
I've
when
actually
we,
seen
when
her
we got in the building.
coming back from the bathroom.
I ain't coming back.
There she is right there.
But we got plenty here in the Carolinas. We got the Gray Man. We got Bigfoot
Oh,
in
the Gray
North
Man.
Carolina.
They just saw the gray man when
Yep.
Idalia or whatever came up.
Yep. Saw the Gray Man. We got a lot of around here in the Carolinas.
Have you heard about the third eye man from
I
The
saw
third
that
eye
when I was looking up some urban legends.
Third eye blind.
the third eye man
So
from he
He wishes you would come down from that ledge up there.
My friend.
My friend.
Talks a little funny.
Wish you would step out from the
No,
ledge, my friend.
I read about that and I was like, it's actually kind of
That's not even third eye blind, is it?
It's from the University of South Carolina.
Okay.
Apparently, up under their campus, they have tunnels, catacombs up under there.
Really?
Catacombs.
Catacombs.
Can
not
we go
catacombs.
tour those?
That's the Margarita speaking.
Yeah. Well,
Catacombs.
Searching for your lost shaker of salt.
but anyway, and there was a couple USC students who went down into those tunnels.
The
Catacombs.
catacombs?
Or catacombs. What I say catacombs because a catacomb could be a structure underground, but catacombs come from
Like the honeybees build
Oh my God,
catacombs?
Scott, are we going to talk about catacombs? What they are for 5 minutes?
Wait,
They went underground.
I think our listeners would like to know
You're right.
exactly
Okay,
what
okay.
a catacomb
You tell
is.
them, Scott.
It came from.
If you're listening,
The-
hit pause and Google it, and now go back to the story.
Anyway, there was a couple of students in like the 1940s, I think, who went into these tunnels up under the university.
Catacombs.
And they saw
Bigfoot.
they saw this guy who was dressed in
the catacombs.
dressed in silver. Yeah, he was in the catacombs. And they said that he had a third eye, like a eye in the middle of his
Well, he's
forehead.
got to see a lot in the catacombs.
Cyclops.
I
Have another damn
Yeah.
eyeballs.
Well, he wasn't a Cyclops
For
because
the
he had two
catacombs.
eyes too. So he had three eyes.
Where this was in Columbia?
So he was a Triclops.
A Cyclops, yeah. Can we go?
Yeah,
Can we go? Can we go through those tunnels?
He tried to get through.
No. Well, I'm getting to that.
Okay.
Anyway, this was in 1949 or the 1940s. They saw this guy who had three eyes, and one of the guys happened to be he was in the news. His major was going to be in where he was going to be.
Spit it out!
He was wanting to work for. He was wanting to work for like a newspaper or something.
Yeah. He was going to be an editor.
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
So, and he reported what he saw. Well, 6 months later, a cop who was doing patrol on the university came across a bunch of mutilated chickens on the campus, and he went back.
So
to
Colonel Sanders was there also.
Well, he went back to. He went back to his
getting his recipe right.
he went back to his patrol car. The cop did.
I just
to
need 12
report
more
it,
herbs and spices.
to report it, And so he reported. He went back to where the chickens were, and he saw a figure standing there. And he said the figure was all dressed in silver. And when it turned around, he said it had a discolored looking face, but that it had an eye in the middle of its forehead, a third eye, so it had three eyes.
Triclops.
And this cop took off running back to his patrol car and called for backup.
Rightfully so.
Yeah.
Hell, I'd
and
call
called
for
for
backup,
backup.
too.
And when backup came. They went looking and couldn't find anything. But the cop, till his last dying breath, he stuck by that story. His story never changed, and he always said that happened. He saw that.
It might be true.
Now,
Let's go to the tunnels.
yeah, and
Catacombs.
so the
Catacombs.
the tunnels or the catacombs, they the university has since sealed the
they
tunnels
sealed
up
it.
where you can't get in there.
We
But
can't.
because they said it off of
But
safety for students, because they had so many students who heard about this legend and would go down into the catacombs.
So is he in there? Is he locked in there, or
Is he
Well,
starved?
or did he come out when they blocked him?
He
He's
the-
out somewhere.
From the first two students, what
Girls'
they said was they saw him opening up a manhole going down into the tunnels.
Then there's
the
another way
catacombs.
in. We just got to find the entrance to the catacombs. We
Yeah.
can go find this
But
third
so
eye guy.
anyway,
Well, don't if you want to find it, don't Google manhole covers. Trust me.
yeah. But anyway, so the university has sealed up apparently all the entrances into the
I
catacombs.
wonder how many officers did he call for backup? Was it just two for there to be three
all
on three?
of them. He,
I-
called
he
all
probably
of them.
called
Three
all
on
of them.
three.
I would have called four. He ain't got four eyes. We went up on
We
him.
only need
A
3.
triclops.
He might have gotten his patrol car and was leaving when he called back up to him. I'm gone. Come over here. Find out what this thing
Bring
is.
everybody. Bring
I mean, a show.
But
fire department.
Anyway,
everybody.
Anyway, they backup
Catacombs?
came and they couldn't find anything. Couldn't find anybody matching that description.
They go through the
But like I
tunnels.
said, that cop
Did they get through the
that
catacombs to
cop
get there?
had since until the day
What
he died.
catacomb did it go through? There was like a bunch of tunnels.
Honeycomb.
Yeah.
Hey, a show this big.
Honeycombs,
we
catacombs,
can
they
get
went through all of
permission
them.
to open the tunnels back up. We can go through the tunnels.
Yeah,
You know, it's
You
better to
I'm voting
ask
for that.
You lead,
Zach-
I will follow.
It's better to ask for forgiveness than it is permission. So
That's
let's just
right.
go open it.
Let's
Let's
do
just
it.
go open. On the way
Well,
to
if they
Bingham's
sealed
Light,
them,
we'll
though,
go over
we
the
don't know what
catacombs.
they might have set them with concrete, so that means
Let's
we'd
get a good jackhammer.
Carol has the equipment to break through
Hey, we
concrete.
can get
I
it
know,
through the
but-
concrete.
I think that would make a lot.
I feel like we have
will
access.
get
Trying to
Chris
break
to
into
do it. It won't take long. 20 minutes. The
Yeah.
noise will be
Matter of
doing.
fact, when we show up there, the guys will be out there be like, "Come on, workers!"
Chuck, come on in, workers.
Chuck, old Chuck.
We can't even get Chris to go to a house right on the road and walk in there and set up a
Oh,
camera.
hold on, we didn't hear about it. Did y'all get any footage off of that?
So they gave it.
You will not believe the footage we got off.
They
of
gave
that.
it to me. I didn't want to share it with everybody just because I knew that it would freak you out and keep you up at night, so I
Yep.
didn't share it.
No, we'll talk
But
about
I've
that
got-
at
We'll
some other
be
time.
talking about this
Yeah.
after the show. I got to know.
Yeah, this is a personal.
No, you
thing.
don't want to know.
I do.
So I've got a story, urban legend, as it were.
Is your liver gone?
You ever heard? No. What? Like, it didn't even make any sense.
What? Somebody's spear finger.
Yeah, keep guessing. Give me another one. No, don't give me another
Who
one.
took
Listen-
your hair, Trey?
No. Is it really that
Oh God, that was a good punchline. All right, it's out of my system. My
Look,
bad. All right.
thank you, Donnie Baker. Just give me a minute.
Son of a bitch. Ever since we'll get to that later.
Yeah. No, so it's called The Lady on the Bridge. And I said that
Oh,
I
yeah.
mentioned this in our text message when we were talking about this show. So the urban legend is, and it actually, I swear, you know how some of these stories, like when they tell them, they sound like you couldn't make this up, right? They sound really, really realistic. So the story is, there's apparently a lady on the bridge, by a bridge, this is on the Wateree River down in Columbia, where she's hitchhiking. And so one of the first, not the first stories, but one story is that there was a married couple driving down the road. They pull up. There's this woman right there on the bridge hitchhiking. And so they pull up, they open the door, she gets in the back seat, and they're talking like just normal. And she says, she's going to Columbia to go see her mom. Her mom's sick, not doing too well or whatever. So they're just having normal conversation because, this is back in the 40s. So hitchhiking, was a lot safer than it is now. You can't hitchhike today like you did back then. But anyway, so they pick her up. They're talking. Then they say something else. The guy that's driving, his wife's in the passenger seat. The lady that they picked up is in the back seat. He asks her something. He asks, "So what's ailing your mother? Like, what condition does she have?" And doesn't hear anything. The wife turns around and looks in the back seat, and the woman's gone. So she had told the story about how she was going to see her mother in Columbia. Said where it was at. It was like Pickens Street, I think. Told about the whole house and everything. So they freak out when the woman's gone, and they're like, "This is wild. Like, what was she talking about?" The place we're going, excuse me, not that far. So they decide to go find this house because now it's like a ghost story to them because they're excited. Let's find out more about this, right? So they find the house that she was talking about. They go up, there's this old house. They go up and knock on the door. This old woman comes to the house, and the woman has a look on her face like, "I know why you're here." And so they tell her the story, and she says, "Look, this was something that happened back in the 40s. But this girl that you're talking about was going to see her mother who lived here in this house, has long since passed away, but lived here in this house. When she was going over the bridge over Watery River, her car ran off the road. They never found her body. They found the car, but they never found her body. And so this urban legend says that if you go over this bridge at night when it's raining, like the conditions were when this happened, you go over this bridge, and you'll see this woman standing there trying to hitch a ride. You put her in your car, and she'll have a complete conversation like we're having right now, talking to you face to face. And then before you get too far up the hill, she's gone.
She's gone.
Yeah. And so this story has been told by several people. So it's not like it was just that one couple that saw her and somebody else. So this is actually something that's...
Yeah, and
That was something for an Uber driver. You know, he wouldn't get paid.
Well, I don't think the Uber driver would get the call. I don't think she had a cell phone on her. But
We need to wait for those conditions and send Chris over the bridge. Cameras set up.
Listen, y'all guys I'm not a good person for that. I would just ruin the
no,
whole
that's why that makes you the perfect person.
Yeah,
for
I'll
Yeah,
ruin the whole
perfect
experience.
person.
I'm a fight and run guy. Fight and run.
For us to put,
I don't.
we can
stay-
put one of those the cameras that jut out in front of you, right there on your
Trey's
face.
360 camera.
And then,
Picks
and
up
it lets
everything.
you have a camera that you're showing.
Let's do that. That sounds
Let's
good.
do it.
That does.
I mean, when she gets in the car, you should jump back there and fight with her.
No, you know what you should do is get in the back seat. When she gets in the car, just hold her hand.
I'm gonna give her 4 margaritas.
What?
Give me. Is that a Garth Brooks song?
What?
Give me however many margaritas. I don't know.
What are you talking about?
I don't know. I've had margaritas.
So I'm reading, man. This
They have been on
Gray
point.
Man deal is pretty interesting, man. I've
The
been
Merle's
reading-
Inlet?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Paulie's
Merle's
Island, actually.
Paulie's Island.
So the legend is he
When the hurricane's coming.
Yeah.
he was in love with a woman, and he was cutting through a shortcut in Paulie's Island, and a bad storm, like Hugo approached, and his horse and buggy got bogged down, and it sank. Took both of the horse and man with him, and he died. So now when storms come, he's just wandering the
Wandering
coast
the
looking
beach.
for his love.
Yeah.
So I didn't know really what was the legend, but that's interesting. That's cool.
A ton of people have witnessed seeing the gray
Well,
man.
there was a picture on Facebook, like it looked just like a real figure.
And that was recently too.
Yeah, that was the idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Idea.
I always want to sing that too. Sammy Kershaw's
Yeah.
Vidalia.
Yeah. So that's
Say it again.
idea. Margarita's getting to me. I had too many margaritas.
They are on point.
So, quick story. I went to Colonel Cobb's tomb. Y'all know what Colonel Cobb's
Society Hill.
Yeah.
But before you tell the story, is it the one where it was that I was with you?
That one, no. What, no.
Oh
But that
man, I was hoping you were going to tell that story.
Man, we
'cause
about broke my damn car.
there's
that
no
night.
there's no we to this at all.
Yes, it is.
Chris is driving.
Yeah, I want to hear that story.
Was that at the fur party?
Yeah, it was at the
Yes.
fur. So we
Yeah.
all piled
Leaving
in
there.
my little
was at the
Nissan
what
Sentra. The fur day
Jeffrey
party.
Fur Christmas party.
The what? The what?
It was a party.
It was
Scott.
a damn
was a
party,
party on
Scott.
Society
Jesus
Hill.
Christ.
I never. What did you call it?
Jeffrey Fur has a like a Christmas party
Oh,
every year
okay.
at different
Oh.
places.
Was it Christmas?
The fur party. Okay.
It was
yeah.
close to Christmas.
Was it? I don't remember.
It was
Are we
in
done
December.
with the fur party?
Well, I thought I didn't know if y'all were talking about fur babies or I don't know what.
So
I didn't know
me
what
and
y'all were
babies.
talking about.
myself, Trey, and Chris was there, and they were getting ready to go to the gravesite, and I was getting ready to go home.
So we
Carol
went
didn't
there,
wanna go.
whatever, got out, whatever. But we was on the way back.
No. When we're on the way there, a damn possum runs out in front of Chris, and Chris acts like a damn elk just jumped out in front of us. Possum runs across this dirt road. What the hell is that?
I thought it was Colonel Cobb coming to get me.
Were y'all driving or y'all walking?
He was
was driving.
driving
It
in
was
some little
cold.
small car. I didn't think it was that far. I would never have ridden with him if I realized how far away it was, and it was just dirt roads. I figured he'd be taking it easy, just let's go down this way, be real careful going around this dirt road. No, he was like, well, hell, it's not that far away. Let's get there quicker. Siri says I'll be there in 2 minutes. I'm gonna say I'll be there in a minute.
Hit every damn bump there was, and the possum came out and it freaked my ass out. And
I screamed.
I got
video.
But yeah, we shouldn't have been driving in a car.
There's
period.
no we.
There was we. We was all involved.
There was only one person driving, I think.
Jeffrey's like, this fucking car's too small for this shit. He was stuffed in the back. But anyway, long time ago, I've heard of Colonel Cobb Tomb through William. Him telling me about it. He told me what it was.
Is that the end of that story, though?
Yes, that's the end. We went to visit the grave when we went back to the cabin. That was it. The possum
So
was
that was 10 minutes of shit to come up with nothing.
So William told me all.
Okay,
He was
is
like,
this going somewhere?
God damn it! Can I talk?
Wait, is this going somewhere, or is this going to be like the same?
Scott,
No.
you got no room to talk, Mr. Catacombs.
Yeah. Why don't you
Hey.
go visit your damn
Hey.
Cyclops friend in the catacombs?
The catacombs.
Triclops.
Triclops, excuse me. So William beefed this story up, and I was like, okay, we got to go. We was young, and a couple of buddies, we got drunk as shit. Let's pile in the car, and this guy's driving a boat. He's got an old Oldsmobile. It's like a damn fucking 60 model. I mean, it's square body, heavy, got bent seats in the
Language,
front.
Chris.
You can fit 11 people in this car. We call it the love machine.
Was that heavy before y'all got in it or after?
Oh man, you could man, that thing was a tank. And he called it the love. He had shag carpet on the roof. Called it the love machine. I swear to
Yeah,
God,
what? Shag carpet
shag
on
carpet
the roof.
yeah, on the interior. Anyway,
Or
So
you just
we-
think it was?
we
It
drive-
was probably mold.
No more margaritas for you guys.
he's a bunch of shit talkers now after a margarita. They get a bunch of confidence.
I can see Chris lips up. I want this shag carpet.
Last call.
Oh, shit.
Last call.
Couldn't even tell
Your
my damn
story's
story.
about over.
Finish your story. Go ahead.
So there we were on the way to Colonel Costume in this damn tank. There's six
With the
of us.
mold on the side.
There's three in the front, three back. I'm sitting in the middle in the front, right? So we get there and
you don't want this?
we're
I'll take it.
talking
Never mind.
we're talking shit to the tomb like, and being teenagers, you're like, fuck you, Colonel Cobb, you ain't shit, piss on your grave. And
I bet you wasn't talking shit.
I pissed on it.
You pissed on
I
Colonel
pissed on
Cobb's
the man's
grave.
grave. I regret it.
If
to this day.
anyone's listening,
Yeah,
kin to Colonel Cobb,
So
we do not
we did all
we did
that.
not condone
endorse.
that.
We did not condone Chris's
I had to cut
action.
that part.
So we did that and left. But we took back then it wasn't cleared. It was all fields and woods. Like you went through some shit to get back there,
Yeah.
And there was multiple of pathways
Like catacombs.
like catacombs. That's right. So we took a wrong. I don't know how the hell we did it, but we took a wrong turn and we went deep in the damn woods. I mean, deep. We ended up turning around, finding the road. We found a road adjacent to the road. We saw the road, but there was nowhere to turn to the road. We just had to keep following it, right? So we was going, following the and I looked behind me. There was a dim light. I said, what the fuck is that? And everybody, he stops the damn car, and we all turn around, and this dim
language
light,
there, Chris.
and it's going in and out a little bit. It's like damn, it's like a Tourette syndrome thing. Now you do that, but now we're stopped looking at this light, and it's getting close. It was like it's Colonel Cobb. It's Colonel Cobb. We fucking haul ass, right? I mean, this damn thing's doing this big heavy car.
Floating.
We don't even hit. You don't even feel bumps. It's just floating. So we get to a gate, a locked. We are losing our minds right now. We're trapped. Colonel Cobb's coming to get us, and they keep getting closer. We all get out of the car. He pops. He's got bats in the trunk.
Bats.
So y'all got
Like live bats?
You're gonna fight the ghost.
No, like
with a
They're
bat.
flying around?
No. So we start beating the lock on this gate like we're frantic. We're losing our shit. Colonel Cobb's coming to get us. And Steven, he said, fuck this. Everybody get in the car. We get in the car. He backs up. We ram the gate. We destroy the gate. Just bust it wide open. We finally found our way back to the road, and and we passed. It was a moped. It was some guy on a moped.
Horny Henry.
I don't know who it was. I don't know what he was doing back there, but it was a damn moped. Man, we was freaked the hell out. But
So y'all are running
probably-
from a moped.
He probably did that all the time too, and he was just like, "This is my favorite thing to do is just come
Chase
running
these
through the woods
teenagers.
because they don't know what that sound is." He probably did something to his muffler, so it was like,
Yeah.
what was funny? I was so scared.
scared.
I was so scared.
You
It was
shit in your
comical
buddy's
now.
pants.
Every time I look back, I go, ah! I just yelp. Hurry up! It's getting closer. Finally, Steve said, damn, this kid in the car. We ramming the gate. We busted whoever's gate that was.
Well, I hope that the was the statute of limitations is gone now because you just you just destroyed property.
Is it over 7
I hope
years?
so. But yeah, that's my little story. That was a little fun
All
story.
right, good deal.
Last call, boys. Here's a shot. That was a fun little episode.
So I didn't say, but these shots, these are the Old Smoky that we love so much.
Old Smoky. I love Old Smoky, man. I love it.
That son of a gun had some booze in it.
John,
buddy.
you are right. It does.
Yep, right on, John. It did have some booze in it. A lot of booze.
Well, man, those were fun topics, man. Season 2 kicking off on the right
Episode
leg.
1.
Starting the
Cut
first
one,
cut.
Scott. Cut one.
Cut one.
Cut
tell him,
one.
Chris.
Episode 2. Cut
I
one.
apologize, Chris.
We are back, and we're gonna be here forever. You ain't taking my Monday. All right. This is Guillotines and Guitars, and we are out.
Out.